welcome to New England Voting. I'm Parker Kelly.
And I'm Tom Richardson, and today we are coming to you from the Boston Harbor Islands.
That's right, special episode. I was born in Boston.
It's so was I. So it's a coming home episode, as it were. We weren't born in the islands,
no.
But we can see Boston over here. And we're going to spend this episode exploring the Boston Harbor Islands. There are 34 of them. 34
Do you know the
of them.
names?
I don't know them all,
Not
no.
Levels, Peddocks. I want to know all 34 by the end.
Yeah, we're going to try.
Okay.
I don't know. It might be for a long episode, but we're going to try to squeeze in as many as we can. And starting, though, right here on Bumpkin Island.
That's right. New England Voting, Boston Harbor Islands.
Let's go.
That lobster roll looks delicious. I'll give it to you. To another great destination.
Are you shopping for me? Oh, there's a fish. Parker's goofing around. Gonna miss. Make short, sharp sweeps with the rod. We want the fish that can eat that thing. Oh, yeah. Hang on, Parker.
Tom, don't joke. We're gonna build a fire? I'm constructing my tent. Tom, almost done.
Ah, yes, the good old Eureka tent. Served me well for many a year. How does this thing go again? And I say Eureka!
Nice clip,
huh? Look at this thing. This thing is an oldie but goodie right here.
Well, I'm feeling pretty perky this morning after a nice
Did you have a nice sleep on the island?
Did.
Did the turkeys wake you up this morning like they did with me?
I'm here with Jen Morrison. We're here with Jen Morrison, and she is a park ranger here at Bumpkin. And welcome to her office.
I love Bumpkin. It's my favorite island. Out of the 34 islands and peninsulas in our partnership, Bumpkin is by far my favorite.
And it's got quite a history, right? I mean, it used to be farmed back at like the 1700s, 1800s, and then what was it? It was a hospital, right?
Yep, it was a hospital opened up by an entrepreneur from the city of Boston named Burridge. He opened it for sick children. It was beautiful in construction, absolutely beautiful in construction, yellow brick. There are a few ruins still out here on the island today.
And so how do people visit the island and stay over?
Well, you can visit the island by public ferry, the Boston Harbor Cruise ferry system. You can also come out on a private boat. There are moorings available through the Hingham Harbor Master. You're also welcome to throw anchor out here, and you can use our dinghy to get back and forth to the beach, so you don't have to swim from your boat, which is very
good
nice.
thing.
Although some people might enjoy that, though.
Well, you know, this morning it might be nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's hot already.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Well, we had a great time on the island. Well, we have a serious crew here from Mass Parks. We have Greg and John who've dropped off Tim, and Tim is going to give us a tour.
That's
Thank
right.
you guys for dropping him off.
You're welcome.
Tim's going to jump on our boat, and we're going to check out the islands.
Sounds good.
First
Excellent.
stop,
Peddocks Island.
Peddocks
Island.
Island.
So Tim, you're from Mass Parks.
So I'm from Mass Parks, DCR, Department of Conservation and Recreation, and I'm the operations supervisor for the Boston Harbor Islands.
So what landmark do we look for when we head to Peddocks?
Peddocks, the way everyone tells it now, is the chapel. The chapel was overhauled last year, sitting right on the water, and then to the right of the chapel you'll see the guardhouse, which is a welcome center.
Where would a recreational boater tie up in order to offload their camping stuff?
They would come in right here to the main float system. You'd be able to drop off all your gear, and then you can anchor off out here in front of the chapel, which is nice grounds to anchor off.
Yeah.
And the Boston Harbor Islands, we offer use of dinghies on each of our islands, so you can row in, row out.
Well, that was a short little bip from Bumpkins over here.
Bip from Bumpkin. We just
Over to
dipped right
Peddocks.
over.
This is another park ranger, a seasonal one. This is Katharina Ritz, also known as Kat. And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Tell us a little bit about Peddocks.
So it was first fortified in the American Revolution, and it was deactivated, and then they refortified it during World War I, and they set up the mortars and the barracks and all that. And then during World War II, they put up some temporary buildings. Most of them have fallen down, but the chapel is still standing, and they redid it in the past couple of years, so it's up and running now.
And how many, so you have yurts here, right?
Yes,
Yep.
so we have 6 running yurts with electricity, and we just built 6 new ones.
So some people camp and other people use yurts, or most people who come over for the yurt?
Most people come over for the yurts. You have to book it 6 months in advance, so it's a tricky
Oh, 6
thing.
months in
6 months,
advance?
pay attention to that.
Excellent. And so this building right behind us, tell us about that. Is it,
That was the guard post, so they stood there and kind of manned the pier to see who was coming in and out. And in the back of it, they had a jail cell for the Italian prisoners of war.
about to head up and check out the yurts. They have some old yurts and they got some new yurts. I don't know what a yurt is, really.
So I found a family. This is Davidson and Caroline, Elizabeth, Rob, and Mary Beth. A beautiful family enjoying the yurt. Where are you guys from? How did you find out about this?
We're from Merry Mountain, Quincy.
Really?
And we can see the harbor islands from the end of our street, so we decided to come and spend a night out on them.
Is this your first time?
It is our first time staying on it, but not the first time on the island.
And what do you think so far?
I think it's fun.
It's fun. It does look like fun. And so what do you think? You love your skylight in the top of the yurt? And this is so kid-friendly. Okay, guys, well, thank you for showing me your little palace. Tell us some historical aspects of the scenic overlook.
So it overlooks the Boston Light and Minus Light, so you can see those from here if you look out. And you can see Helga and Hull High School out there as well.
And also you can see George's Island with Fort Warren on it,
Yep,
right?
and it looks like it's disguised in the island, so it's hard to find.
It kind of blends in with the color.
Yep, that's exactly what they're going for with it.
And now, did they have any sort of artillery on this island?
Yep, so we had 12-inch mortar pits here, and so they shot up and out over the island, so they're kind of hidden in some stumps, and they shoot about 9 miles out to hit their target.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So what about the trail? There's a trail that comes up here from the harbor?
Yep, so you can take the main way up, or we have a nice little cut through right here, so you can come right up from the docks. You don't have to take the long way.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
A little shortcut to the scenic view.
Yep,
Another little
exactly.
tip right there from Kat.
So that wraps up our tour of Peddocks Island. So we're going to leave Kat here so she can do her thing, and we're going to jump over to George's Island, which is another quick hop right across the channel.
This was great. This
Yeah,
was really good.
a lot of
Thanks,
surprises.
Kat. This
Glad
was,
you guys liked it.
oh my gosh, and meeting that family and
Thanks,
seeing
Kat.
the yurts, just beautiful.
So we are up on the walls of the fort. You must be hot in these woolen garments, though.
Yeah, it is pretty warm.
So here we are off George's Island, home to Fort Warren.
Just like Peddocks Island, you could come in, you could touch and go on the main float. We do have some free moorings out front, and then you could borrow the dinghy. George's Island, actually, it's the busiest of all the islands. It's the hub.
Well, we're on our third stop for the island hopping, and yet another ranger here on George's Island. This is Peter Fisk. Now tell us some of the history of George's Island.
Okay, so we're at George's Island. The big draw here is Fort Warren. Fort Warren was a fort that was built from 1817 to 1850. It took 33 years for the fort to be built. The reason behind that was that when they were actually building the fort, it was during a time of peace, in between the War of 1812 and the Civil War, so there was no real urgent rush. As you can see with the fort behind us, it's made of granite. The granite came from Quincy, so actually hauling all of that granite from Quincy took many years in and of itself. The fort was used for during the Civil War, Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II, so it has been used for a significant chunk of time.
So people can come out here and you get a tour of the fort?
Yep, so we give tours, generally about 3 a day. On weekends we try and bump that up to 6 or 7 or so.
Well, we're inside the fort, which it's really amazing. You look at it from the outside, you don't think it's this big, but you come in here, it's this expansive area.
Looks like a college campus.
I know. What is this place that we're in here?
So where we're standing now is the parade ground of the fort. So the soldiers have actually come out here, and this is where they do a lot of their training. And then in their off time, during their leisurely time, they'd actually come out here and play a modified version of baseball, so a vintage form of baseball.
Big kids, little kids, history buffs, people who love the ocean. I mean, what is not to like about George's Island?
That's right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a spot to be.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Pete. We got to see just a little bit of the fort. So the rest of you will have to come out here and spend a full day exploring its nooks and crannies.
That's right. They're open for 5 months out of the year.
5.
Make the time.
That's right. So where are we off to next, Tim?
Well, let's get out of here and we'll head over to Spectacle Island.
Don't make a spectacle out of yourself.
She's so fun, so witty, so punny.
I'm so hungry.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so we're at Spectacle Island here with Jason Marrera.
Now, tell us about the island. What are we looking at back here behind us?
We're looking back at two manufactured drumlins, basically, because the island looked a lot different than it does now today. So before it had 2 drumlins here, and it was connected by the small little sand spit. But now, because we had trash, it became a trash site.
Yeah, this is where the city of Boston dumped all its trash, right?
Yeah, starting in 1902, for almost 60 years.
They just dumped the trash from Boston
Yeah.
here. Whoa.
So it increased the island by almost 37 acres.
Wow.
It goes from being this treasure when it was back in its original shape, to trash when it was a landfill, to treasure again being this huge conservation success. We have all the vegetation here has been planted, and now we have birds coming back here. We have coyotes on the island. We have Tina the turkey here.
Tina the
Oh,
turkey?
Tina's here.
Tina the turkey.
So we are in the visitor center, correct?
Yep.
And so tell us about what's in here. What can people expect?
So in here we have some mosaic created by some of the sea glass visitors can actually find here along our beach. There's 4 columns here of exhibits that they'll find.
Mm-hmm. So this obviously tells the whole history of the island through its many phases, and its history as a garbage dump, and then the Big Dig, and now the beautiful island that you see today.
Yes, exactly. And it's also home of Rita's, where we have the free concession stand.
Excellent, right? Good place to cool off on a hot summer day, right?
And we'd stay, but we're going to
But no,
the Barking Crab.
we're going to the bar. You gave it away. It was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, we're going to the...
Don't tell. All right. Hey, we gotta go, Jason. We're getting really hungry.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks for the tour.
Of course.
Great island. Love what you've done with it.
You made such a spectacle of
I
yourself.
know.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, this is where we say goodbye to Tim from Mass Parks, and of course John and Greg, who helped us out today. And we're gonna go have lunch, and we're gonna go to the Boston Lights still. But Tim, thanks so much.
No worries. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
Tim,
visiting,
you-
and it was a pleasure to be with you guys.
Really?
You were great and very knowledgeable and very patient with us. So
Anytime.
we
I hope to
appreciate
see you
it.
guys again soon.
We'll see you on the water.
You're the first media person in the 13 years that I've been the keeper that has asked to wear the bonnet.
You're kidding me.
You're the first one.
No
to
one
wear it.
else has asked to wear it?
Yeah.
We've arrived.
Yes, we're here. Finally.
Here at the Barking Crab with Matt White. He's the GM, and we're in the Fort Point Channel, and of course the institution of the Barking Crab.
Absolutely.
Now, tell us about the name, Matt, Barking Crab. Do you know anything about the origins of the name?
All right, so it's funny about the name of the barking crab. Crabs bark when they mate, so that was what the owners have come up with. So it's
Really?
kind of like,
They
you know,
do?
innuendo. Yes, believe it or not, they do.
Tell us about this restaurant as the GM and as just a Bostonian. How important is this place to this place?
Well, we've been here for 22 years as the Barking Crab. Prior to the Barking Crab, it was Neptune Lobster. The owners have had the building over 25 years. Turned into the Barking Crab 22 years ago, and we've been here ever since. We were the first one in this neighborhood, and we're not going anywhere. So.
Yeah. Tell people who are visiting boaters where they can dock.
Yes, right when you come in on the Northern Avenue Bridge, to the right over there, you see the boats all lined up. That's all visitor parking, and then the Hall Life Saving Museum has the rowing center over there. But then to the left of that, under the Seaport Bridge, is visitor parking as well.
Oh, okay. That's not too far away. Not too bad.
Now, are you open year-round?
We are open year-round. Inside is open year-round with the fireplace in the winter. Outside, we install AstroTurf come October, so we stay through the winter months, and it's heated, and it's a really cool
Really
place
cozy.
to be. Yeah.
So what are your specialties? What should we have while we're here?
Well, definitely lobster rolls, crab cakes. We're home of the 10-pound lobster. And not that you would want to have that for lunch right now, but you never know.
So I don't know.
I
Try
can't
me.
say we-
I mean, I'm pretty hungry.
We actually already have probably a couple of times this summer.
Exactly.
I've eaten over 10 pounds of lobster over the course of the season.
But what else? What else is something really good on
We use all local sustainable fish.
Nice.
All of our shellfish, our oysters, all comes from North Coast Seafood down the street. It's all locally sourced. All the produce comes in from Russo's in Watertown, so it's all organic. Pretty much farm to table as much as we can with the high volume that we have. We like it busy. We like it loud. We like it fun.
So do we. Okay, now let's go. Let's go get busy.
We have the
Wow.
traditional lobster roll and crab cakes.
Oh, beautiful.
And a perfect seat.
Perfect seat, perfect weather.
Well, I'm here with Tom Cox. He's a co-owner of Constitution Marina, right in the heart of downtown Boston. What a place this is. Tom, first of all, how long has Constitution been around?
Oh, we've been around since the 70s. We were here before any of the construction and of this part of Boston started.
So you've earned the right to be here.
We're very happy with our location.
Yes, it's great. It's right at the mouth of the Charles River, and downtown Boston is just right over that bridge, right?
Right.
And if you want to take in a Celtics game or a Bruins game,
we got the T right 2 blocks away. You jump on the T. I was just at Red Sox game last night.
So everything's
easy,
right.
Easy to get to.
It's great. And in terms of, if you're a transient boater who wants to come here, you got transient accommodations, I assume?
Absolutely.
How large a vessel can you take, and how many?
We take boats up to 150 feet.
Right.
So
and how many slips do you have? I mean, this is
we have
huge.
about 300 slips.
Yeah.
And some of them are dedicated for transit dockage, and others, when our customers leave, we reuse those slips. So we generally have about 30 or 40 boats that arrive every weekend.
That's amazing turnover, but hey, you're in the heart of Boston, so it got to be expected. Yet now you also have a pool, I noticed, and laundry.
We have laundry facilities, some of the cleanest, nicest bathrooms you'd find anywhere. People remark that it looks more like their own home. And a swimming pool, barbecue areas.
Yeah.
Boston's largest free-range dog walk is right across the river right here.
So dog-friendly?
Very dog-friendly.
There you
We've
go.
got a big liveaboard population, so a lot of people live down here year-round. So we have bed and breakfast boats here. If you don't even have a boat, you can come down and stay on a boat and enjoy the city, just like staying in a hotel.
Excellent. Well, you heard from Tom Cox, Constitution Marina, right here in the heart of downtown Boston. Hey, but don't go away. We got more New England Boating, Boston Harbor coming your way. Stick around. Well, we're here at the last final stop of our island tour. We are at Little Brewster Island, home of the famous Boston Light and also the incomparable Sally Snowman. Sally, thank you for having us out here. It's, we've always wanted to come out here and meet you and see the light, and it's just an honor.
Well, thank you for coming.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, it was a little dicey getting docking up. First of all, tell boaters what they need to know about bringing their boat here to the island.
Well, as you just said, it's a little dicey. And the dock is only 50 feet long, 10 feet wide, and it's made of steel with a 4-foot freeboard. So if you have a small boat and you're dropping off visitors, and that's what we have, we call drive-bys, drop off and pick up. And if there's any wind or seas that we feel standing on the dock that it's going to damage your boat, we will wave you away, so please honor that. We've been doing this shtick now for 18 years.
I have to say, you look lovely.
Thank you.
But why?
Well, history. The original tower was built in 1716. This is the new one, 1783. So the dress is the style that the women would have worn back in 1783. So many people think that this crazy lady in the bonnet works for the Park Service, and I'm the Coast Guard.
Right, because Jay, your husband's with the Coast Guard.
And my husband is a Coast Guard auxiliary volunteer. And so there's a congressional law of 1989 that says because it was the first established light station, a station meaning the tower, the keeper's house, the boathouse, the pier, the station is the 1716, and that's why we're celebrating our 300th anniversary.
300 years. Unbelievable.
This year, yes.
Well, how about we go check out this grand lighthouse that we've heard so much about?
Okay, let's go.
Excellent.
Since 1716 there's been a lighthouse here. Why did they choose it? Because of all the shipwrecks. Here we were a fledgling colony. We needed the goods, we needed the personnel, and the ships were wrecking and being destroyed, and they needed a lighthouse.
Going in the museum, the lighthouse.
Thank you. You hear that hum? Okay, that is the 1,000-watt lamp. It's not the motor, it's the lamp.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And so it's a very bright light, especially when you look through one of the bullseyes.
Yeah.
And it's 76 spiral stairs and 2 ladders. And so what we're climbing iron stairs that were put in 1844. And the lamp itself is 1859, the lens, the classical Fresnel lens.
How beautiful.
But look at the
is
view.
that
Look at
here?
the view of Boston from here. That's just remarkable. Take us out, Sally.
Boston Harbor Islands.
That's right,
Let's
Boston.
just say that.
Boston Harbor Islands. What a tour! And you know what? There's 34 of them. We only visited 5.
That's right. History, beauty, some really interesting characters,
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of help,
Yep.
and island hopping.
Island hopping.
Right here in Boston.
That's right. What a great time, and what a great resource for boaters to come out here. They can
Yes.
go explore
I'm
all
so
these
embarrassed.
islands.
I've never been here my whole life.
Now you have. Now you've done it.
Now
yeah.
I've done it, yeah.
But yeah,
Do
lots,
it.
lot-
Do it.
Do
You'll-
it. Come
you
out
won't be
here.
sorry.
Yep. If you have a boat, bring it here. Explore this incredible area because no other urban area in the United States really has this. It's really incredible.
Yep. To find out where we're going to be next week, please tune in to newenglandboating.com. Follow us on social media.
All that good stuff. And don't forget to pick up a copy of New England Boating Magazine as well. It's filled with lots of great destinations to visit, gear and gifts, recipes, good places to launch your boat, you name it. It's all there.
Until next week, I'm Parker Kelly.
And I'm Tom Richardson.
Okay, you want to hear the list now?
Oh, you're going to do the list.
Spectacle, Thompson, Peddocks, George's, Grape, Green, Graves Light, Long, Deer, Gallop, stop, Castle, Ragged, Button, Thompson, Langley, Sarah, Little Brewster, Middle Brewster, Big Brewster.
Big Brewster.